We have a small little bicycle siren just to alert people behind us. Of course, as we move through the crowds, it's absolutely vital that we not run into anybody.
All right, here we go.
It's not uncommon for us to cover events like a state fair or a football game, any kind of sporting event, maybe a street fair of some type where there's a lot of people spread over a fairly large amount of area. It can be really difficult to get a full-size ambulance through those crowds quickly.
Wake County's EMS bike team is made up of certified EMS cyclists who pair advanced medical care with a special form of mobility that works in tight spaces and large crowds, and they know how critical bicycle safety is.
What the paramedic bike team does is put trained, certified paramedics, well equipped, on bicycles to get through the crowd quickly so that we can be at the patient's side in just a minute or two at a large event. We have got to be careful, we've got to take care of ourselves and operate safely, because if we can't get safely to a patient, then we're not going to do any good for them whatsoever. We train rigorously so that we have the safety skills and the handling skills that we need so that we can operate safely. When we're on an emergency itself, we've got to focus on that. So those safety habits have to be well established and in place ahead of time. The important things about bicycle safety to always keep in mind: know your environment, know your surroundings, know what's going on around you so that you can act accordingly and act safely in regards to that. It's also very important to be aware of your own capabilities and limitations as a bicyclist. Also important to know the rules of the road and know what your responsibilities are when you're operating a bicycle, whether on the road or off the road. Wear the safety equipment, know how to wear it, use it properly, and if you need the training for it, then do what you have to do to get that training.
Cars on these roads drive really fast. When you're by yourself riding, it's a lot harder because it's harder for the cars to see you. I try to ride in groups when I can, but when I'm training in the morning, really the only way to train is by yourself.
Seth Ray is a recreational and competitive cyclist and knows all too well the importance of bicycle safety.
Last year I was hit by a car while out riding here in South Raleigh. Basically, I was riding with a friend. He was beside me. We were riding up Penny Road in Raleigh. It was about 7 a.m. in the morning. Usually when I ride that early, the traffic is really low. A car took a left-hand turn directly in front of me. It was a head-on collision for the most part. I went over the windshield, broke the windshield in the front hood, and went over the back of the car. Luckily, I had a good friend with me who was able to swerve out of the way, and he was able to call 911 immediately, and I was transported to Wake Med.
That experience has shaped Seth's views on bicycle safety for the rest of his life.
The car just didn't see me and pulled out right in front of me. For a while, a few weeks after, at least when I was kind of laid up, it really affected me mentally. I had a hard time getting back out on the road. Every time a car would come up on me and take a left turn in front of me, I would get really nervous and have flashbacks. The biggest thing I think about as far as the crash is just that if I didn't have a helmet on, I probably wouldn't be alive. When people don't ride without helmets, I almost get mad at them now because you're just putting yourself at risk. I never personally ride without a helmet. Helmet being number one, and clothes also. I use lights on my bike. Especially early in the morning and at dusk, because that's probably the lowest visibility time. Try to wear bright clothes if I can. You put yourself in just a huge, dangerous position when you come out here without appropriate lighting, clothing, helmets, equipment on your bike. I mean, the biggest lesson it just taught me was you just have to be aware of safety at all times. Cars, some of them are looking for cyclists, but the majority of them aren't.
The North Carolina Department of Transportation provides information on rules, rights, and responsibilities of bicyclists and other road users on their website at ncdot.gov. The University of North Carolina's Highway Safety Research Center maintains a federal clearinghouse on all things pedestrian bicycle related on their website at hsrc.unc.edu. To learn more about Wake County's EMS bike team, visit wakegov.com/EMS.